Good morning. Good morning. This is Kathleen L. coming live from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am so happy that I get to be here with you again today to bring you your channeled inspiration and weekly oracle guidance. For those of you who don't know me, I assist people in moving through their stress and loss and trauma in their life as an intuitive coach, a success leader and speaker, and am grateful that I get to be here with you today. I use all kinds of metaphysical tools, including channeling and channeling messages for you. And I am super happy that I get to be here with you today on this Monday. Every week I go live to share with you a weekly oracle message and a channeled inspiration. And this week we are using the Enchanted Map from Colette Baron-Reid for the 3-card pick for your oracle deck. So each week I will draw 3 cards from this particular deck and share with you a message that will help you to respond to life versus react. This is prescriptive, not predictive. It's sharing with you additional information so where your week can go much smoother than normal. Please go ahead and say hello and leave your name here. I'm using StreamYard because I'm on many platforms right now. So if you leave a message here, that would be great. And I'd love to hear from you. So this week, good morning, Tamara. So glad that you're here. This week, we are using, or what came through. Hi, Jeannie. Great to have you here as well. I'm just going to turn my phone on so I can see here who is here on different platforms. So this week, the message that I received is life is a mystery. Now, isn't that interesting? Life is a mystery. And the mystery for you is like oftentimes we use our logic to figure problems out, to get us out of the difficult situations that we're in, the challenge, that stress that might be presenting. And yet, is it really going to work when we only use our logic to do that? Because our logic is based on the thoughts and the programs that we've experienced in our life. And you're only going to keep getting the same results by using your logic. What the message was for you was to look within and trust the information that's coming through to you, the mystery of the unknown. And if once you get quiet with your mind, what you allow and just release and say, ask, surrender, and ask, what is it that I need to know about this situation? And let the messages come from above and all around you. And that will help guide you out of the stressful situation that you're in at this particular time. So let the mystery of life, let the universe guide you in the way that is best and is in your best and highest to move through this week. So I'm just going to give you an example that last week I was in a space that was not in my was not feeling my best. Let's just say that I was in a space of I felt a little down, I couldn't figure it out, and I was using my logic, my mind to say, what the heck is happening here? I've done all my work. I've done this for 12 years now. I have definitely moved through a lot of healing, and I don't understand why I would be in such a downward spiral, so to speak. Even though it was a holiday here in the US, based on what I've learned over the last 12 years, and specifically the last 4, is that if I allow the emotions to flow through and surrender to a higher power, then I would receive a different message than being stuck in that spiral of doubting and judging myself for being in a particular emotion. So just move, create a different energy. What helped me get out of that space and one was I allowed the emotions to flow. 2 was I shifted my environment. I went and did something different. I'm moving across the country next week. And so I decided I would go and organize my storage unit. And I know most people think it's crazy, but I organized all the boxes by the room that they're going to go in. And it just helped shift the energy. So as I shifted the energy, I was more open to, now I get why I'm in the energy that I'm in. So just to share with you that, you know, life is a mystery, and if you allow yourself to play in the mystery, be curious along the adventure, and ask the questions, not why, but what is it? What is it that I need to know about this situation? What is it that's coming up to go so where I can live the most joyous and connected life? And so that's what I did, and hopefully that's helpful for you as well. So live in the mystery this week, play, be curious about what's happening, and allow yourself to flow through that. Good morning, Jose. So great to have you here, and so glad that you're here as well. So again, now I'm going to draw 3 cards from the Enchanted Map. And I know, Jeannie, you are very skilled at this. So if you have anything to add to that life is a mystery, I'd be more than happy to hear it. So what is it that we need or you'd like us to know this week? And again, these cards are about creating, being more aware about what might be coming for energies this week. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jose. It's also my daughter's birthday today. Happy birthday. And speaking of which, happy birthday, Annabelle. I love you so much. Her name is Ashley, really, but I've called her Annabelle since she was born. So she's 32 today. Hard to believe I have a 32-year-old. Whoops, that card went flying, so I'm just going to grab it. Stuck in the muck. Don't get stuck in the muck this week. Kind of goes back to the message is life is a mystery. If you get stuck in the muck, you get stuck in the craziness of your mind swirling and trying to figure out everything logically and prevent things from happening by letting your mind just keep working. That's only going to cause more of that stress for you. Coming to life is the second card. So exciting. This is awesome. I love these cards. So good morning, Moon Goddess. I'm not sure who you are, but good morning. I'm glad that you're here as well. And dry desert. Okay, so it looks like this week that you might have some opportunities to change up how you respond to the week. It looks like if you may have some situations that feels like that you're being stuck in the muck and that there's a dry desert. You know, if you keep going back, and I'm going to come back to coming to life, but if you keep going back, again, it goes back to the channeled message of life is a mystery. If you keep going back to the same way as you've always responded or reacted to things, it's the dry desert. You continue to go back to the dry well. It's kind of like you can lead the horse to the trough, but you can't make them drink. This is the same message for you this week. If you feel like you're being stuck in the muck and there's a situation that's happening, there is a way out, and yet you can't keep going back to the logical mind to find your way out. You have to allow in, or you don't have to do anything, but the message that's coming through is if you allow in the possibilities of what this might be presenting for you, how this might help you, this is you have an opportunity to come to life. You know, you have an opportunity to allow the mysteries in, to allow the messages that are coming in on a more metaphysical way, more of the knowing. You're being guided, you're being cared for. And once you start to shift up that energy this week, you will see that there doesn't have to be a dry desert. So the other message that I'm feeling is that a dry desert isn't always dry. You know, in a desert, there are animals who live in deserts. There are there's nature that grows in deserts. Cactuses are full of water and nutrients, and they have an innate ability to draw in from the earth. So this week, to shift up your change, to shift up the way that you respond to the muck in your life. So there might be an event this week that might happen. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to. Again, this is not predictive, it's prescriptive. So if you find yourself in a stressful situation and you're hurrying up and you have additional things that are happening. Again, over the next 4 weeks, we have a holiday coming up holidays that are coming up in the US. and all over the world for that matter. And that creates additional stresses, that creates additional responsibilities, that creates additional pressures if we allow our mind to rule it. Now, you can also allow yourself to um, think differently, which means feel differently, respond differently. Don't get caught up in everything else that society is sharing with you and telling you that you need to do. Follow your heart's calling. Follow what your heart wants to do. It doesn't mean that you have to respond to the world the way the world is responding. You get to choose something differently. So if you have some tenuous, challenging situations around you, you do not need to respond in the same old way. Don't go back to the dry desert. Don't go back to the place where it's difficult to find. Go internally and shift up your energy and allow yourself to respond differently. So if you do, you're coming to life, you're seeing things differently. There's a little joy in there, there's playfulness. Know that you're connected and that you're never alone and that you don't have to get caught up in the craziness of the world. You get to create your own world. And you can create your own world by staying connected and listening to the messages that you're receiving internally, not through your mind. So I hope that this message finds you well. Next week will be my last week here in South Carolina for your live, and I'll be driving across the country to Eugene, Oregon. And so the following week will be a recording. However, this week, the next week will be another live, and you'll be able to watch my journey along the way because I'll do lives along the way. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and please share your thoughts and your comments here. And I look forward to seeing you throughout the week on social media and also next Monday. Take care.